Hey everybody, welcome to our channel Living in Richmond, Virginia, where we show you exactly what it's like to live, work, eat, and play right here in our VA. It feels like we've been on a city kick with our videos lately, so I wanted to show you the polar opposite. And today I'm going to give you a tour of Goochland, one of the rural counties outside of Richmond. It's actually where Sarah and I live, and I'm excited to show you our neck of the woods. Now, I give tours to our relocation clients all the time, but the rural counties are the hardest to give tours of because while driving with our clients, it would be like, and now if you look to your left, you'll see some trees, fields, horses, cows, and maybe a random house or two. And if you look to the right, you'll see the exact same thing. Plus, if you're house hunting in a rural area for a home that isn't in a neighborhood, there's no telling where the next new listing matching your search criteria might pop up. So it's not like I can drive you by a specific area and say, this is where you'll find your next home, because it could be anywhere. But in this video, I'm going to show you examples of what you can expect to find in Goochland, and if you're okay with being in a neighborhood, you're going to get to see a ton of them today. I'll start by telling you about the county as a whole, and then I'm going to break down the county into the east, middle, and west, and do a deeper dive into each of those areas. If this is your first time to our channel, welcome. I'm Taylor Jefferson, and my wife Sarah and I own and operate Jefferson Grove Real Estate. We are your Richmond relocation experts, and no lie, we've helped people from all over the world relocate to Richmond. And if you're thinking about doing the same, here are 3 things you need to do. The first is to download our free Richmond Relocation Guide. It's full of useful information all about Richmond and the surrounding areas. The link is in the comments below, on our website, and in the About section of our channel. The second thing is to check out our playlist at the top of our channel that says Start Here, and definitely watch the first 2 videos. They will help give you a good idea of where you might want to focus your search efforts on. After you do that, the third thing is to explore our other playlists that focus on the areas of interest to you. Doing these 3 steps will quickly bring you up to speed and show you what to expect to find and where to find it. Now, with all that said, let's start exploring the land of Gooch. Goochland County is bordered by the James River to the south, by Highway 64 to the north, stretches west about halfway to Charlottesville, and to the east it borders Short Pump, giving the eastern side of Goochland excellent proximity to everything that Short Pump has to offer. Probably the most compelling reason to include Goochland in your house hunt is if you're looking for homes with acreage. Of the 365 homes that sold within Goochland over the last year, 57% of them had lots with 1 acre or more. And if you want the quintessential rural living experience with a home that isn't part of a neighborhood or an HOA, 32% of those sales aren't within any neighborhood and had 1 acre or more. The average sales price for the county as a whole was $697,000, and on average that would get you a 2,800 square foot home with 4 beds and 3.5 bathrooms. This is a 14.8% increase in average sales price from the year before, so Goochland County is really hot right now. Some things to keep in mind regarding homes in Goochland is that if you're on acreage, you will be on well water and a septic system. Natural gas isn't readily available in most of these areas, so if the home has gas, it's likely from a buried propane tank, which is more expensive than natural gas. Ask me how I know. And lastly, for the homes sitting on large pieces of land that aren't located within a neighborhood, true high-speed internet isn't always a given. It is one of the things we always check for before scheduling a showing for those types of homes. The good news is that new fiber is being installed throughout the county right now to make internet access more readily available to these rural properties. Quickly, before getting into the different parts of Goochland County, I want to show you some of the main roads in the area. To the north, you have Highway 64, which travels east of the city and west to Charlottesville. It's 2 lanes on each side, and as long as there isn't a crash, traffic flows very smoothly. Just south of 64 is West Broad Street, which runs parallel to 64. On the east side, as you enter Goochland County, it goes from very commercialized to very rural real quick, and it drops down from 3 lanes on each side down to 2, and then down to 1. Further to the south, closer to the river, you have Patterson Avenue, which turns into River Road West. River Road is a fun and beautiful drive, and traveling west will take you to the Goochland County Courthouse area, where River Road connects with Sandy Hook Road. This area is where we'll start our exploration of the western parts of Goochland County. Western Goochland, which I'm defining as Goochland County Courthouse, the Sandy Hook Road area, and west of here, has its own little commercial bubble. It feels like a step back in time with quaint mom and pop store, small town vibes. There are a few restaurants scattered about, there's a YMCA, and a Food Line shopping center with some other stores around it too. And the public schools are located here as well. While not exactly a huge metropolis, and Food Line is my least favorite grocery store, it is still very nice to have this small commercial bubble right here because the western parts of the county are much further removed from the suburbs around Richmond. So without having this here, you might be traveling 25 minutes or more just to get groceries. The road you'll probably see the most of is Sandy Hook Road because to the north it connects with Highway 64, which again is a very easy commute into the suburbs or to Richmond or to Charlottesville. The average sale price for the western area is only $425,000, and that's because you're trading distance from Richmond proper for cost savings. There are tons and tons of brand new construction ranch-style floor plans situated on an acre or more, usually costing around $400,000 with a little under 1,800 square feet on average. This is one of those areas where you will find homes not located within a neighborhood sitting on acreage, but do keep in mind the internet is hit and miss for these types of houses. All along 522, there's also a bunch of brand new construction neighborhoods. Starting at the southern end near Goochland County Courthouse, you have Swan's Inn Estates and Reed's Marsh, both of which are on public water and sewer connections, but the yard sizes are usually right around half an acre. Swan's Inn Estates have very pretty homes, some of which were custom built. Pricing is from the mid-500s and up. We almost built in Swan's Inn Estates ourselves, but realized it was located very close to a women's prison, and we didn't love that. And we also wanted to be a little bit further east. Reed Marsh is built by Boone Homes, which is a very reputable builder and semi-custom, so you can make a lot of different changes to their floor plans. Reed Marsh will deliver very similar home sizes and yard sizes, and pricing starts in the low 600s. In the future, there will be a brand new neighborhood adjacent to Reed Marsh that will go all the way to the James River. About halfway up 522 off of Whitehall Road, there's the Rockets Ridge neighborhood, which offers brand new construction homes and lots of to-be-built homes situated on 1+ acre size lots. And one of the builders there is Eastwood Homes, which is one of my favorite production builders in RVA. Pricing with Eastwood Homes will start in the low 600s and go up from there with upgrades. Further north along 522 and closer to Broad Street and Highway 64 is the new construction community of Preston Park. All of these homes are situated on acre-plus lots and are all built within the past few years, and most of the lots offer a good amount of privacy. Pricing will be somewhere from the low 500s to the low 600s, so it's not a terrible deal for a new/newer home. Located adjacent to and connected to Preston Park is Mill Forest, which is one of my favorite neighborhoods in this area. Mill Forest has homes ranging in age from the mid-90s to the late 2000s, and every single home is at least a 3-acre lot. Expect to pay somewhere from the mid-500s and up, depending on the size, year built, and updates. Now we're going to travel eastward, closer to where we live and what we unimaginatively call Middle Goochland. And I'm defining that as east of 522 and west of the Mannequin Sabot area. This is my favorite part of Goochland County because it still retains its rural feel, but the proximity to all that Short Pump has to offer is better. We truly feel like this is a best of both worlds, and you can trust us on that because it is where we decided to build our home. There were only 51 sales in this area over the past year with an average sale price of $630,000. Just like all of the other areas in Goochland, you can still find homes that aren't located within a neighborhood, with 39% of the sales in the past year fitting that bill. So let me show you some of the neighborhood options here. Autumn Breeze is a neighborhood with about 40 homes within it, and it's located just off Broad Street with very easy access to Highway 64 less than a mile away. The homes in Autumn Breeze were built in the mid-2000s and are quite large, with most having over 3,000 square feet, and they are all situated on 1.5 acre size lots. Depending on size and updates, expect to pay somewhere in the high 600s or above. The only sale in the past year in Autumn Breeze was drop dead gorgeous, very large, and it had a pool. It sold for $1.3 million, but that house is a bit of an outlier for the neighborhood. Lane's End is located just a little further west off Fairground Road and features newer construction homes built by Main Street Homes. These houses are all situated on 2 acres or more and will feature more open concept floor plans since they're newer. Pricing will be similar to Autumn Breeze at the mid-600s and up. There was only one sale here in the past year and it sold for $675,000. Connected to the back end of Lane's End is the Breeze Hill neighborhood, which is a much more expensive neighborhood. Most of the lots are larger than 2 acres, and almost all of these homes were custom built. Pricing in Breeze Hill pretty much begins in the low 900s, and it wouldn't be surprising to spend well over $1 million here. And there are spec homes and build-from-scratch opportunities remaining in the new sections of it that just opened up. And before moving on to the eastern parts of Goochland, I want to give our local Mexican restaurant, Mi Jalisco, some love. It's located less than a mile away from our home, and we go there all the time. If we want to get our daughter Ava excited, we tell her we're going to go to cheese dip dinner, and she loses her mind. It's definitely worth checking out. Now we're headed to the eastern Goochland / Mannequin Sabot area, which is a bit of an outlier compared to the rest of the county. Eastern Goochland benefits from its proximity to Short Pump, and there are a lot of newer construction neighborhoods that started popping up here after Short Pump was developed. What you get in this area is excellent nearby amenities while still being within a slightly more rural setting. There are 4 different low-maintenance, age-targeted neighborhoods with homes situated on smaller lots and where the HOA takes care of your lawn maintenance. To the north, you have the Park at Saddle Creek, the Park at Centerville, and Reeder's Branch, which is the most recently developed, with new construction opportunities still remaining. And to the south, closer to Patterson Avenue, you have the Park at Mannequin Woods. Almost all of these homes have first-floor primary bedrooms, and the floor on pricing starts in the mid-500s for the Park at Mannequin Woods, and the mid-600s and higher for the 3 further north. Located close by is Tuckahoe Bridge, which is another new construction neighborhood built by Main Street Homes, and it is a more standard neighborhood experience similar to what you would find in the suburbs, albeit with larger lots on average. If you're looking for a traditional new construction neighborhood, this location is probably the best of any new construction option. As of the making of this video, Section 2 hasn't opened yet, but it's going to any day now, so depending on when you watch this, it might be. Pricing starts in the mid-600s, but realistically you'll be spending $700,000 or more, depending on the floor plan and upgrades desired. Mosaic at West Creek is located close to Highway 288 and pretty much in the middle between Broad Street and Patterson Avenue. Mosaic is a premier 55-plus community offering patio homes, townhomes, and excellent HOA-provided amenities. Most of the townhomes now start in the high 400s, and the single-family home base prices start in the mid-500s and quickly escalate from there. Right by Mosaic is the Kinloch neighborhood, which has both regular single-family homes, patio homes, as well as sections that look like regular single-family homes, but the HOA provides lawn and exterior maintenance. Kinloch has its own golf course and a small pond in the middle of the neighborhood. Expect to pay $800,000 and up for the coach homes and villas and $1.2 million and up for the larger single-family homes. Directly north of Kinloch, there's a luxury custom-built new construction neighborhood called Tuckahoe Creek. Once fully built out, Tuckahoe Creek will have a total of 47 homes within it, and the yard sizes range from half an acre to 1.5 acres. These homes are stunning and crazy expensive, so expect to pay at least $1.5 million for one of these. Further south, off of River Road, The Meadows is an older established luxury neighborhood featuring homes built between 1995 and 2016. The vast majority of these homes are situated on heavily wooded lots, all of which have 3 acres or more. These homes are big, with a neighborhood average of 5,100 square feet and a price tag to match, all over $1 million. The average sales price for all of eastern Goochland is $879,000, which is almost $200,000 higher than the county at large. And it's because of these exclusive luxury neighborhoods located here, where the floor on pricing pretty much starts at $1 million. Now, while I did show you a bunch of neighborhoods, I really want to reiterate that Goochland will deliver the rural living experience with homes on large tracts of lands and no HOA telling you what you can and can't do. And if that's what you want, you can find it here. But what that means for you is it's probably a waiting game for the right piece of property to hit the market, and it could be anywhere within the county. So it's probably best to think in terms of driving distance and how far out you might want to be from a specific thing. And Goochland isn't the only rural county around Richmond. Other places to look for homes with large tracts of land include Powhatan County, Hanover County, Southern Chesterfield, and New Kent, and we cover all of those areas. Now, this was another beast of a video to make, and if you found it helpful, please leave a comment and hit that like button. And if you have any questions about any of the neighborhoods you saw, or if you're thinking about relocating to Richmond, be sure to hit me up. I have the knowledge and expertise to help make your move as stress-free and easy as possible. Thank you for being here with me today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.